Hi gorgeous lights, welcome to an energy update for the 15th of October. We have had so many changes and it just feels like everything's blasting across the cosmos right at the moment as well. Now the one energies that, and I'll kind of break it up just a little bit because it's affecting masculine differently from the way that it's affecting feminine, so I'm going to break it up as well. Masculines, you are being asked to deeply investigate your feels right at the moment. So if you've been suppressing how you feel about everything, so maybe you had societal programming or parental programming that said man up, toughen up, you'll be having massive internal fights with yourself right at the moment, and there's a clearing energy that's going on to do with it that's actually helping you to actually say, I don't want to anchor in my mind and have these internal fights about what I should be doing and what I shouldn't be doing. Now, there's a lot of course correction going on to do with this from the universe. Now, when I say course correction, it's kind of like redirection is your protection. And it's kind of where the universe is pushing you to get back on track to the truth of who you are, where your unmet needs need to be met, but where they need to be met by yourself without projecting it onto other people right at the moment as well. So you've got a lot going on, guys, right at the moment. The truth that comes out of these next couple of months is your clarity, boundaries, discernment, and understanding, Spirit calls it a purposeful understanding for you guys about what your next steps are. Please don't rush the process. This is massively investigative processes that we're in right at the moment for the whole of the collective. It's absolutely amazing, but you have to start listening to your inner knowing. We're doing a fundamental shift at the moment, and this is right across the whole board for masculine and feminine on the planet, not gender specific, just right across the whole planet, a rebalancing of your internal masculine and your internal feminine, and you're actually getting massively pushed to start addressing the way that you're turning up for yourself within yourself. Are you out of balance? Are you vulnerable enough to say, guys, this is how I feel about something? Are you, anchored in your masculine and enough to say, actually, I need to make some of these changes, so I'm going to take an action to make those changes, not just think about it. So there's a lot pushing you to get out of your head and get into an action plan. And if you are finding that you're feeling, because it's like 3D, 5D, 3D, 5D, if you're finding that you're doing in a lot of internal over processing in your head, the best advice I can give you, because I love male brains, they're so logical, they're so action planned and very, very, very wise, but you're fighting against your own feels right at the moment, and you've got to get out of your head and get into taking an action that's going to make you feel better, rather than mulling over and just getting caught up and doing your own head in as well. So masculines, please understand what's going on at the moment as the universe is saying, you've been out of balance for too long. It's time to address vulnerability. It's time to get honest. It's time to stop suppressing those big, big, big emotions that men have, shame and guilt and just deep, deep feeling, and allow yourself to actually start freeing up some of the congestion that you've got going on the inside of you as well. So really, really important, this energy, to understand what's going on for the masculine collective, and it can make us really short-tempered, particularly males as well, because they process over the course of the day. Very much you guys process at a hormonal level over the course of a day. So please, please, please be patient with yourselves. Now, jumping to divine feminine, you're getting pushed in the same way that masculine is from the universe, but to anchor in deep prioritization of your own needs. So men are being asked to step into ownership of their emotions, and you're being asked, divine feminine, to step in and anchor in addressing any things that are to do with self-sacrifice, a lack of prioritising yourself, responsibility for other people and everybody else. And I'm not talking about responsibility, I mean if you do have responsibilities, but I'm talking about displaced responsibility that says that you're here to run around and sort everything and do everything for everybody. Yeah, exactly. They've just said to me, you can be a collective mother, but where are you actually in that equation? And you've got to start reprioritising. So if you're finding that you're getting really ticked off Divine Feminine, you're finding that you're getting really ticked off that everybody seems to, I'm listening to Britney Spears going, you want a piece of me? If you're feeling like everybody's wanting a piece of you, then understand, are you giving away too much of yourself, that you've actually programmed people that to expect that that's what you'll do? Until you actually stop and say, actually I'm not doing this anymore, then people are going to think, well, you wanted to do it, you were always doing it, therefore why are you grizzling? And it's not about expecting somebody else to turn up as you. There is no major medals in life that come to people for working themselves to death or overcompensating for everybody else. So the threads at a collective that are being dealt with right across masculine and feminine is where you're not turning up in a way that serves you anymore. Your soul pathway contract with yourself at a soul level, and everybody has one, is to identify with yourself, your needs, your self-love, and your self-care. So it's like push, 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 push at the moment. Now, one of the things that I'm noticing right across the collective, and you're going to have to understand this, you will get your fears illuminated to you for you to start addressing. So we're shifting from a 3D understanding that says I was here to have a goal, have success, like get the car, get the house, get this, get this. We're shifting from that 3D understanding, which is just drive and push, and you can say, yes, everybody needs a goal. Well, that's fine, but it was so based on that, it was based on not living, like charged towards the finishing line, we're getting this, we're going there. This is not about happiness. It is, thank you, that's about acquisition. That's about claiming that. That's about going after that. And you might want that to feel fulfilled, but I bet you don't, because on the inside of it, all I'm saying in people at the moment is this tremendous amount of pressure to get to a destination. While you're busy racing towards a destination and fearing that you won't get there, you are missing out on living your best life. And this is something I say to everyone, is that I work with death every day, just about. People on the other side, people dying, just really, really intense stuff that people don't deal about. You are working yourself to death so much, you are living to die. You are not dying to live. And we need to get this equation, which is what the universe is pushing, because it's trying to bring in 5D understanding, which is living, breathing, having your beautiful life. And that should be happening in every single moment of your day, right? So the push is on at the moment to say, this 3D programming that you got taught, societal programming, generational angst, all of that sort of thing, which is what we're unpacking right at the moment, does it serve you? And I did say in the weekend to someone, look, the Gen X's generation came to actually go, this isn't working, and it might not be working in a work environment, relationship environment. It might not be working because you've been programmed to turn up a certain way, and it's not even your fault, but in here your soul is starting to go, I didn't come to do this. I didn't just come to do this. The whole of the collective is being hit with this, and it's like, woo! This is what you came for, to break those generational curses, if you like, to change that mindset programming, which is very, very, very sacrificial. Very sacrificial. You will sacrifice yourself for a house. You will sacrifice yourself for a car. None of that is enjoyable, guys. None of that is enjoyable. So the 5D programming is trying to push through to unify into balance on the inside of all of us, masculine and feminine, so that we can actually start approaching things in a more unified manner to actually go, yep, those things are nice, but the collective consciousness has just shifted from that success-based, have to go into this direction, into the 5D, or starting to strand into the 5D understanding, which is, do I love my life? Do I love what I'm doing? Do I love the people that I'm around? All your senses of duty, program duty, sacrificial energy, you know, if you loved me, you would do this for me. All of that is going out the window to come back to this amazing core authenticity, genuineness across the whole collective that actually says, yeah, I really want to just love my life. I want to love myself. I want to love the people that are in my life, and I want to love my life. I'm loving that this energy is building, but I'm also very aware in the collective it's causing really torn loyalties for people in here because you're not stopping long enough to actually investigate, is that the truth of what you actually want, or are you still up here listening to core programming? Because that's where the knot is, that's where the big gnarly why am I in my own way is because of that core program that's subconsciously and so deeply ingrained in people about this is what you're supposed to do. Well, that's nice, that's our parents' generation, and I love them, don't get me wrong, programming that says you should actually do that. When you stop, you pause and you start listening to your own soul, and your soul goes, actually, I didn't want to do that, I kind of want to travel the world like a bohemian and not get caught up in mortgages. Fine. Who said you couldn't do that? That's the point. And so I'm seeing a lot of people at the moment, and I really mean this, who have a lot of confusion, very, very lost, going, I don't know what I want out of my life. No, you do. You're having to look beyond what we were programmed in societal programming to find the truth of yourself. And the biggest gift you can give yourself in this energy is taking the time to do it. Go, actually, I don't know what I want, but I need to investigate that, not dismissing that feeling that's just going to build up on the inside of your meat suit and just make you feel miserable. So it's huge what's going on at the moment. And you need to gift yourself some time out to actually deeply connect with yourself so you can start to hear your own inner voice beyond the societal programming, beyond who you thought you should be and who you were told you should be, to start to fully investigate and say, what actually does make me happy? When I talk to people, they can't answer that question. What makes you personally, deeply, intimately happy in your own self? Not a person, not a job, not this. What makes you happy for the sake of being happy? Do you love who you are? Are you really happy being the being that you are? These are the things that you've got to deeply connect with in this energy, and it's building an intensity. Look, I shouldn't laugh when I say things like that, but it's building an intensity. So understand that the gift that you give yourself is starting to truthfully investigate and call yourself on it. Quite often something will happen and I'll go, oh, how am I going to react to that? Is that the way that I was told that I should react, or am I seeking a deeper truth within myself to say, how do I truthfully want to react in this energy, and giving myself the allowability to investigate that. I'd take the time to do it. It's just energy's building and building and building. It's so good for us. We've got to stop resenting that the universe is illuminating your fears to you so you can overcome them. You want to live, breathe, have your beautiful life. You don't want to keep living in fear and having the universe keep showing it to you, showing it to you, showing it to you, because it's time for you to actually heal that as well. Take care of you guys, and above all, you came to be on this planet at this period of time to investigate all of this and give it a go. Please understand how incredible it is and how grateful I am that you're on the planet at this time as well. Take care of you.